between audio slots.
Right, whenever you're ready, Jim.
Now this is Norway Maple, which is one of the true maples. Again, this lovely symmetrical opposite bud arrangement, so you can see these pairs of buds as we march up the stem, and it has this quite familiar classic maple profile to it. So if you show most people that leaf profile, they tend to think of Canada and they think of the sort of Canadian emblem with a maple leaf shape to it. But if we just compare it for a moment with sycamore, so here we have classic Norway Maple, Acer platanoides, and here we have sycamore, Acer pseudoplatanus. Now if you compare the true maple with sycamore, what you notice about the true maple, this case a Norway Maple, the points are sharper. So each of these lobes that make up the leaf has a much sharper point on it on the Norway Maple than it does have on the sycamore. So that's one way of distinguishing them. And don't forget, when we looked at sycamore, we identified this issue at the late stage of the season of the black spot, the tar spot. You don't get that on Norway Maple. So if you see something which has sharp points to its maple, obvious maple profile leaf, and it doesn't have the black spots, then there's a very strong chance it's going to be Norway Maple. In terms of timber characteristics, Norway Maple, it's not really grown as a large scale as a commercial tree in the UK, but the timber is quite useful, and like sycamore, it's relatively quick growing but still vulnerable to grey squirrels. Timber tends to be what we call clean, white, doesn't have very many distinguishing features when it's grown as a plantation tree, but clean, white, relatively quick grown saw logs. One of the great things with all the maples, but particularly Norway Maple, is autumn colour. People often plant Norway Maple just for those fiery colours that you get going through the autumn, and it's a classic thing to see in the autumn landscape.